Hello, it's me again. It's your one and only Faith from the ARC Kids department. So last year, can you believe it already? Time has flown. We went through Christmas and I was able to give you some fun facts about Christmas. Now we're in the season, the beautiful season. If you remember, I said this is another one of my favorite seasons called Easter. And now that we're in this season of Easter, we are sharing with the kids the true meaning of Easter, and we'd love to give you some fun facts too of Easter. So as you go through this period, this holiday season of Easter per se, you will see so many symbols, just like Christmas, to represent Easter. But I want to touch on a little few pointers or a little few symbols that you may recognize. You may see it in your stores, you may see it advertised on TV all around you. Your children may even bring it home, to be honest, or they may actually request this. So let's get stuck right into it. So first and foremost, did you know that Easter is one of the most oldest holidays represented by the Christian faith? I didn't know that. I didn't know it was one of the oldest holidays. So that's a nice fun fact. A nice simple start into it. Okay? So I'm going to show you some symbols, and you know what the symbols are, obviously. And instead of, giving like photocopied, I decided to draw. Yes, I drew. Don't laugh at my drawing. But this is an Easter egg. A lovely design of the Easter egg. So, the Easter egg. What comes to mind about the Easter egg with Easter? You probably know this already. Probably don't. But with the Easter egg, it pretty much represents the tomb Jesus was laid in. The circle, the oval, if you want to call it, look of the Easter egg is to represent the tomb that Jesus was buried in. When we crack the Easter egg, it is saying that the tomb, as in the tomb door, as you know, the stone was rolled away, and it showed that Jesus has resurrected. This is pretty much the symbolic meaning towards the Easter egg. So when your children ask you, Mom, Dad, Auntie, Uncle, Cousin, can I have an Easter egg? Say, sure, have all the chocolate in the world, because it represents Jesus. Yeah, so that's pretty much what the Easter egg represents. It represents the tomb where Jesus was laid. When we crack the egg, it also represents the stone that was rolled away and that Jesus was resurrected. If I look up there, that's just my notes. So that's a beautiful, beautiful thing. We're moving on to hot cross buns. Now, I'm a fan of hot cross buns with melted butter, with cheese. Even I know within the Caribbean culture, please forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think I'm right. You have bun and cheese. Now, the bun and cheese is like the hot cross buns with the spices. And the spices of the hot cross buns is meant to represent the spices that they used to rub over Jesus's body for his burial. The hot cross bun, as you can see, there's crosses over the hot cross buns to also represent the cross on which Jesus had died. Ain't that a cool fun fact? I like that. I really do like that, because I do like hot cross buns. And I don't know if it's my Christian hat, but I always thought of the cross on the hot cross bun. Does it ever represent anything on the Christian faith? And yeah, it's such a symbolic thing for the Easter period, is our lovely hot cross bun. Moving on to the most, they're all important, but this one is beyond all of them because it's very obvious, but I'm gonna bring it up anyway. It's the cross. The cross. Now, ideally, if it's the wooden cross, that represents the wood that was used on the cross that Jesus has died. But as you can imagine, throughout years, different materials have been used where people have crosses on their chain, on their earrings, on a ring. Like I have a cross ring if I can find it. But yeah, this is the most significant, I would say, symbol of Easter is the cross. It clearly represents what Jesus died on, which is the cross. So with the cross, we don't take it lightly. We wear it with pride. We're not saying God is back on a cross. It's just to represent it was just a representation and a remembrance of what he done for us. So the cross, you see it, you wear it with pride. You wear it. You wear it with pride to know what Jesus has done for us. So the cross. And then my final symbol, so I don't take up too much of your time, is the butterfly. Now the butterfly, just in terms of how the butterfly is in its cocoon, and then it cracks out of its cocoon, its shell, and it becomes this, which represents new life. It represents the full circle of, the 3 days and Jesus resurrecting and the beauty of life and what comes off it and the freedom that comes from Christ. I think that's the beautiful thing of this message of Easter. Whether you know him or don't know him, this is a perfect time to know of the one true Jesus Christ who came to this world and died for you and died for me. And that is the beautiful message that this Easter brings, with all these amazing symbols that you see across the world in different natures and culture. Even though there's like this whole big paganistic view because of, go and get Easters and do Easter eggs and do Easter egg hunts. The beautiful thing is, as Christians, we know that all these symbols goes back to Jesus, and like Christmas, it's all about Jesus. So I leave you with this Bible verse, which I think sums up the whole of Easter, and it's a favorite Bible verse of the church and of many of you, and it's John 3:16, which says, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whomsoever believes in him should not perish but have everlasting or eternal life." What a great message. What a great hope. What a great joy to know that we have everlasting life in Jesus as we invite him into our heart. So that's all from me, from Art Kids Department. Bless you all. Have a wonderful Easter and have as much Easter eggs as possible. I think I'm going to eat one now, actually. Take care.